If these men feel like they can't attain you, they can't get to you, they can't afford you, they can't access you, they're never going to approach you, ever.
Modern men have no courage. Courage is something men used to pride themselves in. It was lumped into chivalry, part of being a man. But now you don't even have the courage to go talk to a girl? No.
It's so funny how so many of these women will try and shame men into approaching them. But the problem is, for men, that approaching women isn't really worth it these days. So many guys who approach women, they get treated like trash, they get called toxic, right? They get ordered, they get complained about. And then the women who are being approached, they're not even worth approaching in the first place. So many of them are entitled, they're arrogant, they're womanists, they think that they're above men. So why would men approach you in the first place? But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. And on today's episode, we are going to be taking a listen to modern women complaining that men won't approach them anymore. And this is a video made by Ministry of Masculinity. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description, so make sure that you go and check him out. And let's take a listen to what some of these women have to complain about. So let's wind it back and let's jump right in.
Now you don't even have the courage to go talk to a girl? None of you are approaching women. None of you seem confident. And coming from a girl, I swear to you, all it takes is a little bit of courage to stand out. Yes, the gym.
All it takes is a little bit of courage from the man that you find highly attractive. Here's the problem. You could make 50 men approach the same woman, and she's going to think 95% of them are creepy because they're not attractive enough for her. I've always said, guys, but the difference between being attractive and being confident is simply being creepy and being confident, the difference is in how attractive you are.
None of you seem confident. And coming from a girl, I swear to you, all it takes is a little bit of courage to stand out. Yes, the gym is going to help. Yes, fashion is going to help. Yes, you need to be a good man. But none of that is going to matter if you're not willing to put yourself out there.
I love this argument, by the way, that you have to be a good man. Right? Have you guys ever heard women talk about their ex-boyfriends or the dudes that they have 9+ month, situationships with? They're always seemingly the most terrible people. If you sit down and you talk to these women and you're like, oh, the last guy you were seeing, was he a good guy or not really? A lot of them will go, no, he's a piece of crap. He's that. And you find out that she didn't even have a relationship with him and she's been chasing him for 2 years. Get out of here with this crap of, oh, you have to be a good man. These women don't even date good men in the first place. All of the men that they chase, they complain about them being toxic in the first place, right? And also, I don't really care, and I don't think a lot of men really care whether or not you perceive them as confident. Let me just change my behavior so that women perceive me as more confident. Here's the thing. Who cares? I really could not give a damn how women perceive my confidence level.
You need to be a good man. But none of that is going to matter if you're not willing to put yourself out there. Are you going to fail on many approaches? Absolutely. But who cares? I know it hurts, but what else are you going to do? Continue to watch dating content that you never put to use? You have so much more control over your own destiny here.
Guys, just go out there and date a whole bunch, talk to a whole bunch of women, and so what, you get rejected a whole bunch of times, right? That sounds like a really enjoyable process. I just can't wait to do that for a woman who's going to treat me like crap anyway. See, the problem is, you can sit here and you could say, well, men should approach us and they should go through all of the rejection and they should put themselves out there, while as women, we just sit there and decide who to accept and who to decline. But the problem is, it's not even worth it for men. If you said to men, hey, if you approach 100 women, on the 100th one, you would find a fantastic woman who would never cheat on you. She's not interested in any other men. She's pleasant to be around. She's future wife material. She'll never try and take you for your kids or your assets. And on that 100th approach, you will find that unicorn woman would do it, right? But looking at modern day society, if you're trying to convince men to approach modern day women, hell no. On your 100th approach, you'll find some woman that likes you and she'll be talking to 6 different dudes on Snapchat at the same time. No, thank you.
Watch dating content that you never put to use? You have so much more control over your own destiny here. I'm too short, I'm too poor, modern women aren't worth it, feminism ruined everything, are just a bunch of lame-ass cop-out excuses.
Guys, it's just excuses, right? Womanism hasn't destroyed women. All of the ladies out here, they're fantastic. All you need to do is approach them. So let's just see what she just said was nonsense here, right? You have control over your own destiny. So I'm too short, I'm too poor. Here's a news flash for this woman right here. If you're too short, and if you don't make enough money for X woman, she's going to disqualify you. This woman doesn't live in reality. But here's the thing, in reality for men, if you don't make enough money, or if you're too short, a lot of women are not going to be interested in you. And that's just the way it is. I don't care how many times these women lie and try and tell you otherwise, right? But so many women, if you're too short, they won't date you. If you're too poor, they won't date you long term, right? Get out of here with this nonsense. Let's continue. So she also says that modern women aren't worth it. That's also a complete myth. Guys, go out there, have a look at the modern woman's phone, go into her Snapchat, go into her Instagram DMs, and then come back to me and tell me if you still want to date her. Incredibly masculine, talking to 30 dudes at the same time. No, thank you. Yeah, so it's just a bunch of cop-outs, apparently, on the side of men. Now, let's jump into this woman right here as well. So this audio is a little bit scuffed, but this is an older woman who's going to say how she believes it is. Let's take a listen.
Men don't approach you, although you have beautiful hair.
So she says, men don't approach you even though you have beautiful hair and your makeup is spot on, your eyelashes are amazing, and your outfits are to die for, apparently. That's not where the problem is, she says. The point is that your attitude is what scares them off. I always hear this crap of men are just scared, right? Men are intimidated by me. The fact of the matter is that men are not intimidated by you. They just don't like you.
If these men feel like they can pain you, they can't get to you, they can't afford you, they can't access you, they're never going to approach you.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. So this woman is replying to a comment here that says, I am never approached and I hear that I'm intimidating all the time. I guarantee you this woman has never been told by a man that she's intimidating. It's probably just all of her friends trying to convince her that the reason why men don't talk to us is because we're intimidating. Modern women are not scary. Right? They're absolutely not, guys. Not even in the same ballpark as real fear. But she's like, if a man can't afford you, that's why he doesn't approach you. He just senses that you're better than him, and that's why men don't approach you. No, it's because you're arrogant.
Modern men have no...
Yeah, so then we have this woman here, right? And then we have another woman in her car here. And this is a huge problem, apparently, that she's noticed in the dating world. Let's take a listen.
That I've been noticing in the dating world. The good, respectful men, the men with boundaries, will not approach women because they're trying to respect their boundaries. And it is true that biologically speaking, women are far more attuned to subtleties, like body language subtleties, than men. So a lot of times, women will actually be giving off clues and cues that they want to be approached, but it's more of like they're trying to give off a vibe or something, and the man has no idea.
Because these vibes and all of this crap is ridiculous, right? If you say to men that you don't want to be approached, that you are strong and independent, and you don't need no man, men are going to hear the words that you're saying, they're going to listen to you, and they're going to say, oh, no problem, let me respect what this woman is saying, right? Maybe she doesn't want to be approached. And then they don't approach you, and then you complain, right? So men listen, women complain. Men don't listen, women complain. Fantastic.
The man has no idea. What ends up happening is that it's the men with no boundaries, or that don't respect boundaries, or the narcissists or the creeps, that end up approaching the woman, and then the women in my life complain that it's only the creeps that approach them.
Did you hear that part where she says it's just the only people that are left are the creeps and the narcissists that approach women? Right? This just sounds to me like cope for inability to select the correct man. So she says, oh, only the narcissists and the creeps approach me. Men that are attractive to me and won't give me a relationship, they approach me. And then also the guys that I don't care about because they're not as attractive. Wait, this woman is a dating coach. What is this? Women revealed $27, link in bio. So this is the problem that I have with a lot of these videos, is that these women, I don't think, actually understand or genuinely care about the struggle of the average man. A lot of them are just trying to sell some sort of coaching or some sort of program. And let me be clear about this, guys. I actually don't give a crap if people want to sell things online. Make your money however it is that you want to make it. If people want to buy it, I don't particularly care as long as people want to buy it. But it just feels disingenuous because I think a lot of these women don't actually care. right? That's the difference. I think so many of these women, they become dating coaches and they pretend to be on men's side, but they don't actually care. They don't actually understand, and they're just trying to manipulate men.
When it's really, we women need to be giving off way more intense.
All right, so we have this next woman here. Why is it always women in cars, man? They just decide it's a good time. They flick on TikTok and they just start yapping.
Men don't approach women anymore. So historically, women have always waited for men to make the first move. Is he going to go in for the kiss? Is he going to hold my hand? But now, whenever I talk to my friends about their dating history, all I hear them talking about is, oh, he hasn't made a move. He's not doing anything. We're not moving forward. So on the flip side,
we're not moving forward. Did you guys catch that, by the way? Right? We're not moving forward. And what this means is that the women are having bedroom fun with these men, but it's not moving forward. So they're not getting relationships out of the dudes. And that's what they're complaining about in this particular case.
this normally ends up in men feeling like they're getting ghosted or that there's just being told there's no spark. And from what I'm hearing from a lot of my clients, it's not because that you're not attracted to her. It's more about fearing that you're either going to get rejected, maybe you're going to get turned down, you slapped in the face when you go for that first move, or even worse, getting in trouble with the law.
So here we have yet another dating coach who pretends to actually give a damn about the struggles that men go through. Man, I tell you what, the newest way to make money must just be getting on TikTok and then becoming some sort of, excuse me guys, becoming some sort of coach or something and just lying to women or trying to sell high-priced programs to men that you don't care about in the first place.
So you need to ask yourself, does this sound like you? The truth is, you probably missed that golden opportunity to create that spark. She likely was giving you signals that you just didn't quite catch.
The rise of feminine men has led to masculine women. Let me explain. When men don't approach women in public places like coffee shops, it forces women to drop into one of two roles. The first role is she's just going to sit there and she's going to succumb to her singledom because she doesn't want to be the man and approach you if she thinks you may potentially be interested in her.
Not my problem. You can sit there and you can cry and you can complain and you can waste away in your singledom. Strong and independent, you can buy some cats. I'm sure you will find just as much fulfillment in rearing cats as you will in rearing children. So good luck, have fun to you, madam. Right? I don't understand why men have to approach women these days. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much shaming and so much nonsense. But the thing is, men don't actually have oh, look at this. It's another dating coach, Ben. Another dating coach sitting here crying and complaining, very masculinely, might I add, right? All of these women, they're so stern, right? They get on here, they yell at you, and it just feels like they're having a go at you the entire damn time. No wonder so many of these women are divorced, by the way. But we have another dating coach here. Fantastic.
The second role is her stepping into the role that the guy is usually supposed to. Her asking you out.
Can you guys imagine if men were out here complaining and they're like, all of these masculine women, they just made me feminine? What are you even talking about, man? What are you talking about? Obviously, there's too many feminine men, apparently, and that's why you're masculine. No, it's because you've been with too many dudes and you're a womanist.
And this is definitely happening more. I see more women asking out more men than ever before in my friend groups and clients, etc. But the thing is that women don't want to ask you out because courtship and approaching are typically things that gentlemen do.
Don't care, not my problem, right? And the reason why so many of these women say that they're the ones asking men out now and they're the ones making the first move and doing everything is because they're all chasing Chad, right? They shoot the first message on the dating application. And you know why? Because if they don't send that first message on that dating application, if they don't make the move, the guy that they want is just going to completely ignore them. This is what so many guys do on these dating apps, right? The men who are highly attractive, the men who get a lot of matches, what they do is they set up their profile, they take all the nice pictures, they buy whatever boosts and crap there are these days, right? And then they get on these applications and they don't message women unless the women message first, right? A lot of modern day guys, if they're out there dating, they don't deal with women unless the women are higher interest in them, right? They don't deal with the headache because they're not looking for relationships from you. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have anything long term.
And the worst thing that you can do as a guy is force a woman to act like a man.
Guys, you just have to go out there and you have to approach women. And if you don't do it, then you're not being a gentleman. Try again, madam. Maybe try a different line of argumentation. Maybe you'll have some more success rather than trying to shame men into it. But let's listen to this last woman here.
You know what? I have something that I need to say. I am tired of the men that just don't go for it. They're just so scared. They think that they're gonna get rejected when it's like, bruh, just take a freaking chance.
Most men do get rejected, right? Again, this is the fallacy that women have, right? Is they think that every single approach that a man does or every time a man talks to a woman, it's just going to work out. But the problem is, the man that they have in their head is just some hyper attractive man. They're like, why isn't Chad approaching me? Why isn't Chad putting in the work? Okay, because they would say yes to him, so they make these videos directed at them.
I am tired, sick and tired of this, excuse my language, energy that these men have been giving these days. You'll walk past and they'll literally give you side eye.
They won't even talk to you. They won't try.
Just come up to me and ask for my freaking name. Get rejected, I'm sorry, it happens to me. But just take a chance. Guys, just take a chance. Just get some confidence.
Guys, just take a chance. Just approach modern day women. I promise you it'll be absolutely worth it. Fantastic stuff. Guys, we are going to be calling today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. I'm going to leave a link to the original video linked in the video description. Actually, probably the pinned comment. So make sure you check out the channel Ministry of Masculinity, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.